Hi, Brenda. Hi, Carol. I see you guys made it. I wasn't quite sure how many people would make it today, considering that I just said I was going to go live. But I definitely am here. I wanted to, Hi, Kay. Yes, I am back. In fact, Kay, email me because I do have your layer cake, okay? I just have to get it sent to you, and hopefully that will happen soon. There was a box of, well, several boxes of things that were sent out the Monday before Christmas. This is a project I'm going to show you today. I just took it off the long arm. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Fleur. Welcome back. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Krusty. Hi, Suburban. Everybody seems to be making their way in. Yay! I know, Krusty, it's been a long time, and I feel really bad about it, but that's one of the things I'm going to go over today. I want to talk to you guys about one of the projects. Well, actually, I promised, I think it was 3 projects. Hi, Gail. I want to go over the schedule for those projects that I promised you. And then I'm going to go over my schedule going forward, because there's been a lot of stuff that's been happening around here. Is Teresa on yet? Not yet. Hi, Christine. Hi, Mary. So, I know you guys haven't heard a lot out of me in the group. I actually, Christmas week, I wasn't on at all. I never got a chance to. And since then, I have popped on just to make sure that there were no issues, and that's been it. I have tried to spend some time looking at pictures, but quite honestly, I haven't gotten close to seeing as many as I would like to. So please, please, please do keep posting, because I will be there. Oh, thank you, Lisa. So, this is one of the projects that I promised you. And most of you know I went away in December to Jackie's in John's house. Here it is, look. I just took it off the long arm. Wait till you see the back of it. Oh, Bernadette made it from Dublin. Look at the back of it. Oh, isn't it pretty? I'm so excited. The quilting pattern's called Pinecone Placemat, and it's another one of those beautiful patterns from Wasatch Quilting, which I just love. Nancy Heck does. I just love a lot of her things. So that's what we're going to work on today. I even have the pattern. If you guys don't have this pattern, this one is a free one on my website. So go get Easy, what is it called? It's called Easy Mitered Corners Jelly Roll Placemats. Okay? So that's what we're going to work on today. These you can get 6 placemats, all of the borders for mitered corners. Yeah, they do look like pine cones. Yep. And enough fabric, if I can pull it, it's here. And enough fabric to do all of the bindings. So here, whoops, that's my binding from John's quilt. I will post pictures of John getting his quilt on Christmas Day once, hi, Teresa. Once I get a chance to go through pictures from Christmas. Do I have my camera? I wonder if I show you the sneak peek of it, if you can see it. Let me see if I can get to it, and I'll try to show it to you. So, I don't know that you'll be able to see it very well, but he was very pleased with it, and that made me very happy. So he did get his quilt Christmas morning. I had it all done for him. In fact, I actually had it done a little bit early, which of course shocked the daylights out of me because it seems like I'm always at the last minute trying to, here we go. I don't know, let's see, how do I operate this thing? Whoop. Here you go, guys. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is John getting his quilt. So there's a picture of it, and I can scroll it up a little bit so that you can see it. It came out beautiful. I was just thrilled with how it looked when it got all done. So he did get his quilt. He was very, very pleased with it. And I'll post pictures on Facebook when I get a chance, okay? Hi, Iris from Kentucky. Where in Kentucky are you from? So, this is what we're going to work on today. As the schedule goes, what I'm going to do is on the Sundays, I'm going to go through the steps to these 3 projects. One of them is the Jelly Roll Placemats, because remember I wanted to do this in Bittersweet Lane, which is one of Kansas Trouble's new lines. I have 2 projects to do, 3 that I was set to do and 1 extra. So I'm going to do the Jelly Roll Placemats with this one, which mine are all done. You have enough to do 6 placemats plus all of the bindings, and all of my bindings are already made for it. I'm going to put it together with a Solana Jelly Roll today so that you can see how I went about doing it. But these are the placemats that we're going to work on. Then we're going to work on Bittersweet Lane, a really simple, fast, and easy quilt project. Pike Company. Whoa, wait a minute, I missed some. Okay, so in Pike. That's where you're from, Shelby Gap in Pike. Okay, I don't know where that is compared to where the kids are. So, I will be doing that. Then a simple 5-inch square project that I've got all the supplies for, I'm ready to do. I may be able to start that one next Sunday. I'm not sure yet. And then we will then, after that one, I think do the, these, I haven't decided, Brenda. What do you think I should do with them? I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep them for fall or not. I guess I'll have to look at my placemat inventory and see what I have. So after the placemats and then the simple 5-patch thing, Eastern Kentucky. Okay, my kids are in Western Kentucky. Then we will be working on Gathering Hills. I would expect that Gathering Hills will happen towards the end of this month. And then once Gathering Hills is done, then we're going to do Lion's Quilt, okay? Once we get done with Lion's Quilt, I do not have any projects planned, all right? I may, at that point in time, just pull out some old things and get working on those. I don't know. I'm not sure. You want to see another studio tour? Okay, Kay. I will try to. It's going to... No, it doesn't look like my colors, Brenda. I don't usually do these colors. I do have a daughter that does, though. So I may end up giving them to her. Deb, that's part of today. There is not going to be a swap for 2021. Okay? Life has thrown my family a bunch of curveballs this year, and I am just doing my best to keep every ball in the air, which means that the things that I do for my pleasure, they have to be greatly reduced. So, whereas this is when I normally announce the swap, there will not be a swap this year. Just so that you guys know, so that we can get beyond it. Many of you know my brother-in-law passed away a couple months ago. It was pretty unexpected, and all of a sudden he was gone. My son-in-law has a mass on the right side of his brain that is cancerous. The cancer, it more than doubled when he had all of his tests the very end of November. He goes back in on the around the 20th of January to get them rechecked, and we will see if there has been any change or any growth then. He's in a special trial, so I don't know. We don't know. None of us do. So that has happened. Bob and I took over the finances and the care for his 98-year-old father in, I think we did that in July. And Dad has recently taken a tumble. And so consequently, we are going to Rochester every single day except for Saturdays and Sundays. So then we add one more onto it where I do get to still be able to go to my mom's once a week. I'm going to my mom's usually on Tuesdays. So when I'm not still quarantining from coming back from Kentucky, on Tuesdays I go stay with my mom and I help her also with some things that are going on. So I help pay her bills and that kind of stuff. So when I tell you guys that my life right now is overflowing and I have to put my family first. So they are my number one priority. I would expect that for the unforeseen future, my husband and I will be going to Kentucky every 8 weeks, if not more than that. But I do expect that we will be there at least every 8 weeks because we want to be there when he goes through the tests so that my daughter, if she needs to go, can go. So consequently, oh, Diane, I'm so sorry. I am so very sorry. So consequently, I hope you guys can understand that this year is just not a year that I can swing anything more than what I have to. For that reason and that reason only, what I will be doing probably is only Sunday lives. And it's not like I don't have a ton to still show you anyhow. I mean, right down to I could just show you the quilts that I worked on that week, which that might be fun too. So that's what we're going to do. I did promise you guys that I would do these projects. So that is my number one goal right now, is to do the projects so that you guys are aware and everything's been going good. I got you guys are, I got to cover what I said I would do. So today we're going to start with this pattern. And this pattern is, oh, I did want to show you this. Hang on, let me see if I can. I was playing with my Bernina 790. You guys know, excuse me, my Bernina 790 Plus a little bit because I wanted to make a label for the back of it. So this is the one, this was a test one that I did. And other than the fact that I didn't tie off my stitches, I'm really happy with the way it came out. So I'm going to redo it. This is a boo-boo up here. So I'm going to redo it, and then that is going to absolutely be my label for Springtime Sampler, which I am keeping. That quilt is for me, and it's all quilted and ready to go on. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with the notes. So on the jelly rolls, I have left in stock one Solana. I have 4 of the, what's the name of it again? This one's Bittersweet Lane. I have 4 of the Bittersweet Lane. Now that's all the jelly rolls that I have left. They are on my website still so that you can get them. So go out, check those out, get them. They are at a discounted price because I do want to get them out of here as quickly as I can. Too bad you can't make enough to sell those. To sell what, dear? You should take all the time. Thank you so much, Lisa. I didn't use any extra software at all to do it. What I did was I just used 2 different alphabets, and and what I did was I made certain letters substantially larger, like the S, because I could go through Springtime and Sampler on that one. And then, oh, good, Krusty, you can work on the last 2 then, us. Oh, I'm sorry, Diane. Oh. So, guys, I keep losing my train of thought. So, if you want to make these placemats out of the jelly rolls, please get out there, get them sold so that they're off my website, and I would be greatly appreciative if you did. So, to do the jelly rolls, what I did was I started by making piles so that each one of my piles was a different part of the placemats. So my first pile, I needed to put 5 of the center ones in. My second pile, I needed 2 for the borders, and then I need 4 for the binding. So this is what I'm going to do. Hi, Sammy, welcome. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to split mine up, and I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit so that you can see it. So what I'm going to do is make 3 piles of everything so that we can do this. Now, I can get, okay, yeah, you can still see it, right? Yeah, that works. So I'm going to take and just right off the bat make 3 piles. So I'm taking the jelly roll directly as it came off, because what that's going to do, quite honestly, is give me the absolute most variety that I can get, I think. So that's what I'm going to do. And if for some reason when I do this, I don't end up with enough variety for myself, I'll just move stuff around, which is fine. So I'm going to take these solid ones, and I'm going to take all of the solid ones out, okay? I think that's what I'm going to do, and see how many I end up with, to see if by chance I end up with enough to do all of my borders with it, which I would really like to do. Because this one, I do want to keep for myself. I think this one would look really pretty in my house. So here's another solid one. Don't think I'm going to have enough solids, but maybe I'm going to. You never do know. I love this one. If anybody's gotten their jelly rolls yet, look at this one. Isn't it gorgeous? It is a absolutely beautiful. I love that thing. Oh, now I lost count of what I was doing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, whoops, I got one in there that I don't want in there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Got to get one more in there, but I'm going to switch it up. So this is how I am going to split this one up this time. Every time I do this, I quite honestly split it up a different way. I take a look at what is in my jelly roll and see what I have to work with, and then I split it up accordingly. When I split up the ones for these placemats, I put all of the lights on the inside and used all of the darks for my borders and bindings. And I like the way that came out a lot. I think that really came out nice. But this time I want to do something different. So that's what I'm going to do. Because it's my thing, I can do whatever I want to. That's the fun part about quilting, is you can do whatever you want to because it's yours. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to take, there's these 2 white ones that to me look really, really solid, and I'm going to put those aside. So I need 5 strips for the center. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I'm going to take my first pile now, and I know I need 5 for the inside, okay? So I'm going to go through 1, 2, and I'm just going to pick what 5 I want. 3, 4, 5, I think. Let's see what we've got here. So this is what, I'm going to move these so that maybe you guys can actually see. Okay, where are we? There we are. Now you can see. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to look at this and say, oh, do I want to change something? What do I want to do? And quite honestly, I don't mind this with one exception. I think I want to switch these 2 around. So what this group right here is going to be is my first 5, my first 2 placemats are going to be like this. What do you guys think? Should I do something different? It is under early bird specials, dear. And it's the very first month. Do you guys like these? Do you think this one's good? Because I do. I think that one's good. I think that one's good. Now I have to pick out 4 to be my borders around it. So I'm just going to take a look at what else I have in that pile and see what I want to do. And I think I'm going to do these 2 as a border. What do you think? Those 2? Whoops, sorry, you can't see. I apologize. These 2 as a border. And I got to have 2 more. And then I think to switch it up, I'm going to do these 2 as a border too. What do you think? I think that's what I'm going to do. So these 4, I'm going to set aside as a border. And what I try to do is just take a scratch sheet of paper. I'll fold them up. Here's my scratch paper. and I'll put borders on it. I'll just write border so that I know. And then I actually just ripped the piece off. I shouldn't, I should use something that I could reuse, but I'm not going to today. Then I'll take that and I literally just pin it to the set. All right? So that I know that they go with these, which I really love. Thank you, Carol. The bee fabric, I got the bee jelly rolls in on, when did they, is Lindsay on yet? They just came in. So I do have those now, Kim. So this one is my inside 5 and that one's my border, and I'm just going to put those together like this and seal them up. Okay, so that's 2 of my 6 placemats. So now I'm going to go to my next grouping. And remember, I had this first grouping with a lot of green in it. Okay, so on this one, I think I may try to do more yellow. So I'm going to first grab the 2 yellows right off the top. And let's grab this yellow too. No, I want this one. You can see what I'm doing, right? So there's 1, 2, 3. I like that. Do you guys like that? Let me show you where I'm at. Okay, so those are the 3 that I'm going to start on for the second 6. So now I got to find something from the other ones to go on each side of it. And I think, based on what I have, I'm going to do this green one, and I think I'm going to do these little ladybugs. What do you guys think of these? I love these little ladybugs. So I think this is my second set of 6, or 5, I'm sorry. Look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be 2 more. Can you see them? I keep looking up at the monitor hoping that you can. Okay. So on this one, I've got a green, a yellow, a blue, a yellow, and a green. Okay. So there's that one. Did I mess that up? Yes, I did. Let me go this way. All right. So now I'm going to lay these down so that we can see them. Hopefully you can. I know it's not the best. Bob's been working at an overhead camera for me. So here we go. All right, so now I need 4 from my pile, which I've got my pile right here. I just keep dropping the extras in there for the borders. So I think what I'm going to do is do 1. I'm going to try to stay with that kind of print. Then I'm going to add this one with it. Look, that'll be cool. Don't you think? I think that'll be kind of neat. Well, wait a minute. Let me keep looking. Do I want to do ladybugs again? You know what? I'm going to do this piece, which is really a neat piece because it's like a land scene. It's got beautiful sunflowers in it. Okay. So I'm going to take this one, and I think I'm going to take this one and put these 2 together as one border. What do you think? Is that a good border? I think those are good borders. So there's one border. And now I need a second border. So for the second border, I'm going to do these 2. Okay? So here are these borders. So I'll fold these up and set these aside. There we go. Make another note that this is borders. And the only reason why I've got to make a note that it's borders is because I have to have 4 for the borders and I have to have 4 for the binding for the 2 placemats. So if I just put 2 groups of 4, I won't know what size borders okay, they are 2.5 inch strips, see? They're just from the jelly roll. Oh, sorry, Brenda. There was only one of those, so that doesn't help. So now I'm going to take my 5 that are my quilt, or my centers of my placemats, and I'm going to set those with it. 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to start sewing when I get my last one together. I'm going to show you how I do it so that we can figure this out together. All right, so there's my second set. Now, this is what I'm left with, and I have all of these. So I'm going to start by taking these 1, 2, 3, I think 4. Yep, I'm going to take these. These are my 4 I'm going to take for my borders for my first set. I'm going to stick those down there, or my binding. I'm sorry, I'm speaking wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are my bindings for my second set. And then my third set of bindings is going to be really, really scrappy, which I'm good with. So this is what we have to pick from for the next set. Let me see if I can fan it out for you again. Oh, look at this coral. I got to use these corals. I'm in love with these. 1, 2. All right, let's see what we're going to put in with it. I want to do... Bless me. I want to do this one in the middle of these 2 corals. Can you see this? Wait till you see this, guys. This one I'm wigging out over. Look. Isn't that pretty? So there's my first ones. And then you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to do this one here. And then I'm going to go with this one. Do I want this one on the outside? No. Do I want this one on the outside? What do I want to do, ladies? Help me, please. Look. Can you see where I'm at? I've got 4. I need 1 more. So I can do the blue. Wait a minute. What am I doing here? I want this one. I want these like this. Is that what I want? Because that one really is screaming a lot of yellow to me. I think I'm going to do it like this. Okay. So, or I have this one. So I could do this one. I think I like that one better. So I need 1 more for over here. I could do this one over here. Or I could do this. Or this one. Or this one. Okay, guys, what one do I do? Okay, I'm here in the blue. So what one, guys? You got to help me through this one. Do I do the blue? Or do I do the green? More ladybugs. Okay, then I could do these ladybugs. Or do you want the blue ladybugs? Which one? Okay, Kathy, more ladybugs. Kathy, oh, now Debbie's saying the green. Sherry's saying that one. Is this it, ladies, or no? I think I like this one. Okay, I'm getting multiple green with yellow. The dark green. All right, that's what we're at, guys. So this is my last 5. All right. Oh, geez, Margaret. All right, so I'm going to clean up my mess in front of me so that you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to start putting this together. Oh, I got to get this yellow one in here. Hang on. Okay. So there's that. This is what I have for my bindings. I think I'm going to, or my borders. I think I'm going to do one of them in both of the ladybugs, the pink and the blue. So that's going to be a border. And then I think I'm going to do another border in the 2 big sunflowers. Okay? So those are my other borders. And then the other ones I'm just going to set aside in case I need more for borders or something. So I'm just going to drop that off the page. So now what you have to do is get your sewing machine and get a 1/4 inch foot. I have to turn you a little bit so that you can see. Grab your sewing machine and grab your foot. 1/4 inch. And what you're going to do now is just sew these together. Now, you want to sew them together in the right order. And one of the things that you really want to do is you want to try to keep a straight 1/4 inch. Because what this is going to do is these are going to turn into 2 of your placemat centers. Let me see if I can find my 2 that match here. Are these the 2? Oh, look, they came right off the top. I even had them in order on the long arm. I don't believe that. I never do that. So look, at this center closely. Whoops, this way, Margaret. This center of this one and this center came from the exact same strip of fabric. All right? And yeah, look at how nice they look with the different borders on them. At least I think they look really nice. I like them. I like what I did with this set about doing all of the lighter colors on the inside and bordering it and binding them with the darker color. I really think that it looked really nice. I like that. Okay? But obviously it's your quilt, so it's up to you. Or your placemats. But that's what I liked to do. So I'm going to take, my green ones are on the outside. So I'm going to take my first 2 and I'm going to sew those together in my last 2 and sew those together. This is my middle piece. I'll sew that one last. And I'm just going to do straight 1/4 inch stitching. And I'm going to sew all 5 of them together. All right, and this is just really nice and easy straight stitching. No big deal. This is just, you know, you kind of just put the metal down and keep going. All right, I got to take my shoe off. Am I the only person that has to sew with their shoes off? I'm terrible about it. I love it. So, all right, here we go. So what I'm doing is just letting the sewing machine feed itself. I'm using Aurifil's white. What's the number on the white? The number is 2024. And I have my 1/4 inch foot on it. It's a 97D because I have the Bernina 790. And my stitch length is 2.5, which is the normal. You want me to do the white ladybugs? Was there white ladybugs? There's pink and blue. Oh, there is white. So what do you want the white ladybugs to go with? Kim, if I feel as if I'm going to get waves, then yes, I would. But at this point, I'm pretty good about keeping mine pretty straight. Now watch, today I won't. But I'm pretty good about keeping pretty straight, but that's a great point. If you reverse your ends when you sew, so I started at this end, the next time I would start at this end, attaching the borders. Then that way you tend to not get the waves, okay? Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yep, 1 foot, 1 shoe on and 1 foot off. 1 shoe off. So, and I just let the machine take my jelly roll strips through. I don't push it through. Your machine should be able to just take it right through on its own. So you shouldn't have to be forcing it through your machine at all. The machine should just do it. And honestly, my fingers are just very, very lightly on my fabrics. They're barely touching it, okay? So that's what I'm doing. If I come to a point, which I've got right here, I highly doubt that you guys can see it. I wonder, no, you're not going to be able to. Where my fabrics, one's getting farther out than the other, I'll just take it, I lift it up, and then I just scratch it with my fingernail to bring it over straight. And then I just keep right on going again. Very, very simple. Okay. So I'll get these 5 put together, and then next Sunday I'll have them put together and I'll show you how I go about doing the mitered corners. And then the following Sunday, or it might be 2 Sundays because I have to get them quilted, I will show you how I put the binding on. And I put the binding on these the same way I do the quilts when I have to machine stitch them. I don't backstitch at the end because I'm actually going to be cutting these. So I'm not gonna do that, okay? Did I not cut my thread? I guess I didn't. There. Okay. Look, for some reason my thread didn't cut. Straighten it out. So here's my first 2 together, which I love. Oh, do I sound metallic all of a sudden? I'm sorry. I don't know why. All right, so now I'm going to sew my other 2 together. I shouldn't be metallic, but I could be. It's the same as, I'm using the same. Oh, Kim, thank you. She was really pleased with it. I was thrilled that she was so happy with it. It really made me feel good. And it was really, really busy. And I know it was busy, but I still loved it. I didn't care. Okay, you can still hear me great? Okay. I mean, I'm where I always sit. Maybe it's because I'm actually sewing on the machine. I don't know. I have no clue. Why? No clue. Now, when you go to press these, you can press them to one side or you can press them open. It definitely is harder to press them open when you put all 5 together and don't stop and press in between. You may press them to one side, but ladies, please, and gentlemen, please make certain that you do press them, because what will happen is if you don't get your seams flat and you go to put a glass with something in here, it might be a little bit tipsy. So you really want to make sure that you do that. That's important, that you get these seams flat, because being a placemat, you don't want it sticking up. Okay? That's important. So I'm almost done with putting my second 2 together. I'm going to line these up a little bit better. The metallic sound could be because the long arm is turned on. I never thought about that. You guys might be hearing the long arm in the background and not realize it. For that, I am sorry. But the long arm is running. All right, so now I'm going to put my middle piece on, this one. I think this is going to be really pretty. Here we go. So make sure that if you don't have a jelly roll and you're going to get one this week, and then next Sunday we'll go through the next step, okay? Right now, in fact, if you did not sign up for their emails, Old South Fabric is having their sale right now. Yes, it is a Sew Steady table, Denise. I love it. Yes, it is a Sew Steady. So if you guys are in need of a jelly roll and you wanted one, Old Southern Fabrics may still, or Old South Fabrics may still have some left. They do have some on sale, but Selena's not on sale yet. Yes, I did, Kim. I got them all done. Every single one of them were done. Yep. And I was very happy to do it. So, yep, I did get them all done. Yeah. And my sister brought me your quilts on Saturday. Hi, Faith. Welcome. None, Kim. I slept every night. Yes, Brenda, they do have all the moda, and their prices are wonderful. Denise, you should. They really do help you with your stitching because they've got so much room that you can rest it very easily. Yes, Teresa, on my website, it is a free pattern. You may have to search for it a little bit because I'm not exactly certain where it is, but there is a free pattern for this on my website. All right. I don't think Lindsay's on. Otherwise, I would have her throw a link below. I don't think she's on. So I'll try to remember to throw it in the Facebook group when I get off, okay? So that you guys can go get it and do it. Don't forget, I do have 4, at least I did at the time that I came on. I had 4 of these jelly rolls, okay? So you can still get those too, if they didn't sell out. Which I hope they did, because that would be really nice that they were sold out and done. All right, so I'm almost done with this one now. And then I just have to sew the 3 and the 2 together to give me the final. All right, and then you'll be able to see what it looks like. And then I will let you know what I'm going to do next, because that will have to happen off camera, because I did not set up my ironing board, my iron, because I didn't think I'd get this far. But I did. Which is good news. So that means that next week we'll be ready to start mitering, which that will make me happy. Oh, that's a good idea, Brenda. Thank you. For the placemats, Marla, on this one, I used Quilter's Dream Cotton this time. A lot of time I use wool even on my placemats, but I had a bunch of cotton left over, so I just used that. I do suggest if you have scraps, use scraps. That's what I did. And I had scraps of backing fabric, which was 108 wide. And I just laid these across a 108 wide piece and was able to quilt all 6 of them at once. Which, that was on the long arm. Of course, if you're doing it at your sewing machine, you're going to want to do it a little differently. But I used Quilter's Dream Select cotton is what I used. And what Select is the loft. It's not I don't like the cotton in a real thick loft because it tends to be really heavy. So I don't care for that, especially in a placemat. So that's what I did. You know, it's all what we like, guys. Everybody likes things differently. You know, when I had my men's quilt hanging up on the wall, when I was working on it before Christmas, somebody came in and went, "Whoa, that's really, really busy. Are you going to do anything to tone it down or put a solid with it?" And I said no. And I loved it that way. And they didn't. And that was okay with me. Olga, I have a Bernina 790 Plus. And I absolutely love it. It is a great machine. It is just an unbelievable machine. I do love it. And when I tell you I use it all the time, I'm not kidding you. I use this machine almost every single day. Almost every single day. So, guys, there will be a live again next Sunday, but on the 17th, there is not going to be a live because I'm going to be in Kentucky. I got to check the other date. So the 17th and, the 17th and, what's the other date? Somebody help me. There's the month. The 17th and potentially the 24th, there will not be a live, okay? Those 2 days, the 17th, because we're going to Kentucky, and the 24th, because I think we're coming home from Kentucky that day, depending on John's tests in Texas. So that's what we're doing. And it's really easy because I can quarantine with you guys. You guys are perfect. I don't get in trouble at all. Of course, New York State has changed. It's only 10 days now instead of 14. So that makes it a little bit nicer. I don't have to go quite as long. I actually get to see my mother this week. So that will be nice. Okay, so now the next step is to press these. And again, you can either press them, I didn't cut my threads again. You can either press them all to one side or you can press them open. Either way, oh, thank you, Brenda. It's really pretty nice because like this time we came home, there was a storm north of us, in this area. So we just waited another day and the storm was gone. So it worked out perfect. So what you're going to do is either press these seams open and flat or to one side and flat. Either or is fine. Just make sure that you've gotten them good and flat. One of the easiest ways to get them flat is to first set your seams. And to set your seams, you just take your iron over it and you just press them. Then you open it up and then you press your seams again, or to use a strip stick. But even when I use a strip stick, I press my seams first to set them. So I would set this down and press this one. Then I would grab this, fold it over and shake it out like I did. Press that one, then shake that one out, press that one, and then press my last one. Then I would go back and I would press my seams open. I think it's really cheerful. Look, this is the center of my first set of placemats. I think it's going to be a very cheerful one. And I absolutely, hi Hazel, I absolutely love these for the fall. I just think these are really pretty too. Yeah. Thank you very much, Debbie. So these jelly rolls are on my website. So go grab these. They're under early bird specials. And this one is called, what is it? Bittersweet Lane. And these are by, who are they by? They are by Kansas Troubles. And then there was one of the Selena jelly rolls left on my website, but I believe that one has sold out. I'm not sure. So any questions about what's coming up and what we're doing here? Remember, I am going to do the projects that we talked about. So we will be doing Lion's Quilt. We will be doing Gathering Hills. I did talk about doing these placemats, which we're obviously now working on. And then we will still, yes, we are still doing Lion's Quilt. So we're going to go in this order, Kim. We're starting with the placemats. Then after the placemats are Gathering Hills. Then after Gathering Hills, we are going to be doing Lion's Quilt. I'd have to applique a gold leaf on the Kansas Trouble. I agree. You should. I think it'd be beautiful. Absolutely. That would be gorgeous. I should have quilted it in gold. That was really dumb. Thank you. I should have done that. But here they are. Again, here's the back of them. This is what the quilting looks like. This is called Pinecone Placemat by Nancy Hackey of Wastash Quilting. She does long arm quilting designs. Okay, so that's what this one is. Yeah, Gathering Hills, I have one set of it all done, ready to go, but I have to do the second set because I'm actually making that for my bed. Oh, that'll be beautiful. Tula Pink for Lion's Quilt, that'll be really pretty. Just make sure that you want a strong color for the coordinating fabric. Just something nice and strong, okay? I'm either going to do this, this orangey gold, this orange, or I'm going to do this dark blue. One or the other. I haven't decided yet for sure. I just don't know yet. I haven't been able to decide, okay? So here we go. And I will see you guys next Sunday. And next Sunday, I'm going to show you how to put the borders on. So you want to come with your placemats, put the centers put together, and you want your sizes to be cut so that you're ready to put on your borders. Okay, because we're going to practice mitered corners. Got it? Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for understanding about the change schedule and the no swap this year. But honestly, life gets in the way sometimes, and life certainly has for me this year. So I got to put family first. And not that you guys take second fiddle, but family has to come first, okay? So I will catch you guys next Sunday and we'll get going on our borders. Bye, everybody. See you then.